In ancient Israel, a vow was no trifling matter. It was a solemn promise, a sacred pact made with Yahweh himself. These pronouncements held deep religious significance and reflected the gravity with which the Israelites approached their relationship with God. Breaking a vow was not merely a social faux pas. It was a transgression against the divine order, potentially inviting dire consequences. Numbers chapter 30 offers a fascinating glimpse into this intricate world of vows. It outlines specific regulations, particularly concerning the vows made by women. This chapter sheds light on the societal structures of the time and underscores the importance of upholding vows for both individuals and the community. Understanding these ancient practices provides us with valuable insights. We can learn how to navigate commitments and responsibilities in our own lives. Numbers 30 reads like a carefully orchestrated symphony. Each verse adds a layer of complexity to the concept of vows in ancient Israel. It doesn't just speak in generalities. It meticulously outlines different categories of vows and their corresponding regulations. This meticulousness reflects the profound importance placed on fulfilling one's word. The chapter commences by distinguishing between the vows made by men and women. A man, upon reaching adulthood, was bound by his vow. His word was his bond, and no external validation was required. This autonomy speaks volumes about the expectations placed upon men. They were to be individuals of integrity, their pronouncements carrying weight and consequence. Women, however, navigated a different set of societal expectations. Their vows were subject to the oversight of their fathers or husbands. This practice, while seemingly restrictive to modern sensibilities, served a protective function. It ensured that women were not coerced or pressured into making rash promises. It also highlights the interconnectedness of the family unit. Numbers 30 sets a high bar for men in Israelite society. Their vows, once uttered, were considered binding. This unwavering commitment was expected regardless of the vow's nature, whether a commitment to donate to the temple, abstain from certain foods, or undertake a pilgrimage. A man's word was his bond, and breaking it was no small matter. This emphasis on male accountability underscores the importance of integrity. Men were expected to weigh their words carefully. They needed to consider the potential consequences before making a vow. This practice fostered a culture of responsibility. It ensured that promises once made were taken seriously. This principle, though rooted in ancient tradition, carries timeless wisdom. In a world often characterized by fleeting promises and broken commitments, the steadfastness demanded of Israelite men serves as a powerful reminder. It reminds us that true strength lies in honoring one's word, no matter the cost. Numbers 30 paints a nuanced picture of the lives of women in ancient Israel. It acknowledges their capacity for religious devotion. However, it also reflects the patriarchal structure of the time. A woman's vow, unlike a man's, wasn't automatically binding. It required validation, either through silence or explicit consent from her father or husband. This practice, while seemingly restrictive, served a protective function. It shielded women from potential exploitation. It prevented them from being bound by vows made under duress or without full understanding of the implications. This system underscores the value placed on female agency. It emphasizes the importance of ensuring that women's commitments were made freely and with informed consent. Despite these safeguards, women were not powerless in matters of vows. They had a voice. If a father or husband sought to annul a vow after initially consenting, the woman could plead her case. This right to be heard, though limited by societal norms, provided a degree of autonomy. It ensured that women were not merely passive recipients of male authority. The father's role in validating or nullifying a daughter's vow was not about control, it was about protection. A father was expected to act in his daughter's best interests, safeguarding her from rash promises. He served as a counselor, a guide, helping her navigate the complexities of vows. This protective role stemmed from the understanding that vows carried significant weight. They were not to be taken lightly. A father with his experience and wisdom was deemed best equipped to assess the implications of his daughter's vow. He could determine if it aligned with her well-being and the family's honor. This practice, while seemingly outdated in a modern context, highlights the importance of mentorship. It underscores the value of having trusted individuals in our lives. These individuals can provide guidance and support when making significant decisions, especially those with lasting consequences. Upon marriage, the responsibility of validating a woman's vow shifted from father to husband. This transition reflects the societal understanding of marriage as a profound shift in allegiance. The husband, now the head of the household, assumed the role of protector and guide. His authority over his wife's vow aimed to maintain harmony within the marital union. This practice underscores the importance placed on marital unity in ancient Israel. A husband's ability to confirm or annul his wife's vow wasn't about exerting dominance. It was about ensuring that decisions made by either spouse aligned with the well-being of the family unit. It highlighted the interconnectedness of their lives and the shared responsibility in upholding commitments. While contemporary interpretations of marriage may differ, the underlying principle of mutual respect and shared decision-making remains relevant. The husband's role in Numbers 30, though viewed through a different lens today, emphasizes the importance of open communication and understanding within a marriage. Numbers 30 introduces an intriguing concept, the silence of consent. If a woman uttered a vow in her father's or husband's presence, their silence served as implicit agreement. This practice highlights the importance of attentiveness and active listening within families. It suggests that silence wasn't merely the absence of words, it was a powerful form of communication, conveying tacit approval or disapproval. This concept challenges us to be mindful of our responses, or lack thereof, to the commitments made by those around us. Silence in this context wasn't neutral. It carried weight. It could either affirm or invalidate a vow. This understanding encourages active participation in the decision-making processes of our loved ones. The silence of consent also underscores the importance of creating an environment where open dialogue is encouraged. If silence implied agreement, then it was crucial to foster an atmosphere where concerns could be voiced without fear of judgment. This principle remains relevant today. It emphasizes the importance of fostering open and honest communication within families and relationships. Though rooted in ancient Israelite society, the principles outlined in Numbers 30 offer timeless wisdom. The concept of vows, of making solemn promises before God and others, transcends time and culture. While the specific regulations may not directly apply to our modern context, the underlying themes of integrity, accountability, and the weight of our words remain profoundly relevant. In a world grappling with broken promises and a decline in personal responsibility, the message of Numbers 30 resonates deeply. It reminds us that our words have power. The commitments we make, whether to ourselves or others, shape our character and influence those around us. Numbers 30 challenges us to approach our commitments, both big and small, with a renewed sense of purpose. It encourages us to be people of our word, individuals known for their integrity and unwavering commitment to fulfilling their promises. Are you ready for the next chapter? Just click here to go straight to it.